Welcome to Empyrion. Everything's default settings on medium. My name's Sark, and here we go. Have patience with me. Feel free to give me ideas, criticisms, suggestions. I deal with anxiety and I deal with depression. You can imagine I'm a nervous wreck trying this, but after fighting for over a year, here we go. While playing these games, I'll talk about a lot of that, at least what I do. I'm not a therapist. I'm just a person who's been there. Crash. Hello. Escape pods crashed. Now let's see where we go. Robinson Protocol. Mission briefing. Well, let's go. You can read that. You can pause it. We're good. Check inventory. F. And now I need to check suit inventory. I'm new at this game, so I'm going to stink. If you want to watch somebody who's really good at this, I recommend Cage 848 or Games for Kicks. Both of them have series on this. They're quite good. They're some of the inspiration for me doing this. This is a survival tool. You right click, you can use the defense mode, or you shoot stuff with. It also harvests wood. Rock drill, where there's rocks sitting on top of the ground. You can get ore from that, and salvaging old wrecks and things. I'm going to put it on rock drill. And on the right side is requests, my mission updates, personal log file, open PDA. And click on that, and that should be good. Now we'll wander around and look for things to harvest while we're waiting on the next one. I love gaming, I love talking, so I've been wanting to do this for a while. Anybody that's ever dealt with anxiety knows that sometimes the easiest things make it hard. And now I have an update. Find a signal source. Oh, that's a nice long trip. My attempt is going to be about 30-minute sessions. See how well that works. And just chit chat. This is the very beginning, so you're catching me in the ground floor where I obviously a lot to learn. But I look forward to learning it. Something fun, something enjoyable. And the name is Sark. That's what I've gone by for a long time. And that dates back to the game EverQuest. I don't know if anybody's ever played that. My character started off as Sark, and in that game, you didn't get a last name until 20. And of course, I made it Astic. And hence, Sarcastic was born. Well, I just discovered a POI, and you possibly heard the dog bark in the background. Sometimes when they fart, they bark at their own farts. If it was somebody here, they'd be going ballistic by now. And corn dog bushes. Who loves a good corn dog on an alien world? In case nobody knows, apparently corn dogs grow on plants in the wild. Now if we find a mustard tree, we'll be good to go. I'm using a rock drill on this to break it up. And you pick up the ore, and that's copper. Apparently one thing I've learned from watching Cage, Games for Kicks play this game, you need a lot of ore. So every piece of ore you find, nail it. Not really anything we can do at this point. At one point we're going to get a constructor, and that's when the hard work begins. This is a survival game. You basically crash land your little escape pod in the middle of an alien environment. I'm not even sure how or why you get there, and you try to survive. And I enjoy survival games. Something fun to keep my mind occupied, something enjoyable. You can build things. There apparently are things that will kill you on this, so look forward to seeing me die repeatedly. If there's one thing I can guarantee on me playing a game is death scenes and probably an occasional curse word slipped out. And we've got little dinosaurs. Hello, I hope y'all are friendly. I'm gonna walk around. Yeah, just yell. I'm gonna go get more rocks. See, y'all like walking, don't like stubbing your toe on rocks. I'm getting rid of rocks. We make good help for each other. I don't want to eat you, I've got corn dog trees. And that is, nope, just crushed rock. Uh-oh. I've been getting 2 off of everyone. Apparently that one only has 1. Or I'm blind, and if you're watching this, you're probably yelling at me laughing because you saw where it went and I didn't. That's okay. If that's the only mistake I make in the first 30 seconds, or minutes, I'll be lucky. Very finicky about where I pick things up. Oh, there it is. And this way. I'm supposed to be heading towards that wreck. Got little small wreckages I picked up. I'm not running like one of those. Unless there's water between us. I do not like swimming in this game. I've played this for just a small amount of time to kind of get the idea of the controls. But honestly, I've never been off planet. I've probably spent less than 30 minutes on a game. So it's still pretty brand new. Normally I play things like 7 Days to Die. I've played Space Engineers. Let's talk about EverQuest. I played it. EverQuest 2, I've played it. Star Wars Galaxy was a great game, but it doesn't exist anymore, sadly. But I always enjoy playing new games. Yeah, there we go. My balls were getting away. I had to go get the little balls of ore. Let's go see what this small wreckage looks like. It's like a big hunk of junk. Maybe we'll find something. Oh, I heard a grunt noise. Oh, hey guys, real cool. Give me that corn dog bush. Don't attack me, I just want a corn dog bush. You get plant fibers from those corn dog bushes, or plant protein. And over here in your suit, you have a small survival constructor. And you can make energy bars. Everything has a perish timer on it. That one's only 20. Energy bars have 120, so I'm going to make 6 of those because they'll last longer. And then I'll use that up and it won't run. And I will keep getting corn dogs. And I see a rock over here. I'm going to go get the rock. Like I said, from one thing I've seen is you got to use a lot of ore. One of the game's biggest thing is resource gathering. And more corn dog bushes. I need to find this. I wonder if there's a world that has taco bushes. I think that would be pretty good too. Or maybe pizza trees. Of course, then you'd have to have the debate of whether you want pineapples growing on your pizza trees or not. And that is an argument and discussion that's far worse than politics gets sometimes. And everybody knows pineapples do not belong on pizza, but some people like to argue it and pretend it does. And it's okay. They have every right to be wrong. I don't mind that. Okay. Well, I've got sidetracked from going to that wreckage. I already picked those corn dogs. Since it's already got sidetracked once, I might as well go to the other wreckage too. And let's go get some more sidetracks. If you look in the bottom right where it says rock drill, that's the weapon I've got to set on rock. Underneath it, corn dog bush. I wasn't lying. Those are corn dog bushes. I don't think that necessarily means that corn dogs are a good vegan meal, though. I think on Earth they don't quite come from bushes. Well, we're 10 minutes into this video and I have yet to die. That is a plus. One thing we talk about is, I mentioned that I deal with anxiety and I deal with depression. One of the reasons I've always wanted to do these videos is I never believed that happiness is the opposite of depression. To me, it always wound up being the goal, but what was opposite of it, the thing that helped me through depression, was company, understanding. Some of the worst parts of depression is when I found myself alone or feeling alone. And sometimes we feel alone even when we're not. And one of the reasons that I want to speak about these things in these videos, I needed something to let me know I wasn't alone. Because sometimes knowing other people deal with it helps us. So if you're ever in that deep spot of depression, dark, I'm going to call it a hell because honestly that's what it feels like. While you're down there in that dark, look around. Look down, you'll see footprints. I've been there many a time. You're not alone. Others have been there. One trick it does to our emotions, it makes us think maybe it won't get better. And that's just our emotions speaking, because our mind knows we've been in bad places before and came out of it. Others have been there and come out of it. And it's one of the reasons I really wanted to do these videos. I wanted to play games too, because that can't be the entire focus of it. And honestly, I enjoy games. I do have a few games. I might do some different games. If there's any games in particular that I play that you like, feel free to let me know. Leave comments. And of course, I'm supposed to ask you to like video and stuff like that, I think. So, of course, I'll say that. But any suggestions, feel free. If you want to just say, hey, you suck, well, go for it. I had $1 every time somebody said that. I'd have enough money to buy us all a Coke. Some people let it bother them what others say. And I did for a long time. But honestly, I found out a long time ago, it's not really any of my business what other people think. And half the time when I'm thinking people are thinking bad things about me, they're not really even thinking about me at all. But I've learned that also has a lot to do with anxiety. That has a lot to do with depression. Because when I'm fighting those things come up more often. And some of these things I say, you may think I'm just crazy. I may sound crazy, and that's okay. And just speaking from my personal experiences. And I am not a therapist or anything like that. I'm just a person. And I want to keep saying that because I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to pretend to be something I'm not. And heck, I can be more than a person. Sometimes I'm pretty much a butthead. I'm not going to lie there. I think we all have it, but I definitely have a mastery of it at times. I'm pretty sure a lot of my friends would agree with that. And the ones that don't agree with it was probably afraid I'd hear it was trying to be nice. And it dings again. Iron deposit. Now those, where it says iron deposit, size small, approximately 100% ore left, I've discovered if you go over there, they're not actually sitting on top of the ground. You have to build a drill when you get your constructor, and you literally have to drill underground. Now, I was doing that like an idiot and drilling down and around on my tryout test run, and I found myself out of gas with no constructor to make gas for my drill in a deep hole with no way out. Yeah, I was trapped. But I've recently watched and noticed you can actually use a drone. And the drone, if you hit F5, you actually will pilot a drone. You only have a small, short distance to pilot it. And there my person is, using a drone. F5 again takes you back. Now, if you have the drill in your hand, your active hand, when you activate that drone, you can use your drone to drill. Which means even if you run out of gas because the drone flies, you can actually get away and get out of the hole because you're never in it. And the drone can just fly back to you. And everything that drone picks up goes straight to your inventory. That would have been nice to know before I found myself in the bottom of a hole. Well, it looks like we made it to this wreckage. Let's see if there's anything here. There's another rock over there. And up the wreckage. There's the ramp. Well, then I can fall off the ramp because I'm an idiot. How about I just go up the ramp? And oh, this is a mess. I'm gonna try to jump around all this stuff without falling through. And get stuck on that spot, of course. And that didn't work. Let's try going up this ramp. Okay, remember the salvager I was talking about? See in the bottom right, it's the salvage and hit points, steel block. Over in the bottom left, you'll see what I get, the steel plate. Salvage this too. Salvage enough so I can get up in here and loot what I need to loot. And this is the inside. And that is the cargo box we're supposed to loot. In that is your portable constructor I was talking about, a motorbike, some water and corn, fiber plant, hair thing, okay, I like that, and a durian sprout. Go ahead and loot all. And I'm going to place down there, hit F, will open it, and that iron ore we've been picking up, copper ore, or stone, we'll put it in there. And I apparently have 12 more plant proteins, so I'm going to make 6 more. And, oh, it goes straight to outfit. You actually have to take it out and put it in your inventory. And down here, you'll see 392 to 500 is my food. I'm going to go ahead and eat one of those and give up some. Now it's getting close to sunset. The top left by your mini map, there's a countdown to sunset. I'm afraid because I played 7 days to die so much. When it hits sunset, nasty things might happen. This is silicon. I haven't gotten any of this yet, and I need it. Apparently you can't make anything electrical without it. And I only saw one thing drop off of it. Well, let's look around, see if I can find any more. No plants or anything. There's more copper. I love the beautiful effects on this game. And the music. Although it can be spooky at times, and especially when you're not sure what's going on. And I am really expecting to be killed at any moment, and nothing's done it yet, so it's a good thing, but man, it gets my anticipation up. There's some more iron. There's a mountain range in the background. I thought it looked like an owl at first. What is that? Eggplant. Okay, well I got some vegetables. Did not know that. I Really thought it was just an ounce in there. I've never drilled a desert rock. What do we get from it? Crushed stone. Okay, it's just like a regular rock. And this is blue, so that's iron. Yes, rock. Bottom right, rock resource iron. Okay, let's get back. Oh, what was that? Oh, snakeweed. Plant fibers. That works well. What is this? Another desert rock. And now let's get back to the wreckage. We're getting very close to nighttime. Now there is a survival tent you can sleep the night through. I'm not sure if we're going to do that just yet, or if I'll be doing things throughout the night. I need to make up my mind pretty quick. And now we're back at the wreckage. I'm going to lift my ramp up in case bad guys go. And I am not going to fall off of it again, I hope. That in there, that in there, and that in there. Let's see what we can make. Is there anything? Chainsaw. This is the drill I was talking about earlier we can make. I'm going to go ahead and make it. And it just uses what you have and spreads out the components. I need to get some wood. Now to get wood, the defense mode also harvests wood. So, it is dark. Hopefully I can kill them. Now I go to rock drill, you can see that on the bottom right, there's 13 and 55 hit points left on this. It doesn't really give you an update on the hit points of the tree as you're shooting it with this weapon, but it is taking it down. When it falls, you get, in the bottom left, 3 wood logs. I haven't found a whole lot of use for a bunch of wood yet, but again, I haven't played very long. I'm going to get one more tree, and then I'm going to go back and lift my ramp up and try to be safe, because I'm a scaredy cat. Hopefully we get to know each other more as time goes, and I'll get more games and more time on this one. I'm about ready to bring this one to a close. It's nighttime. I'm going to load this up, and I will need, for that, you need the ammo is biofuel. So I'll take that and put it down here. And you make biofuel here. It uses 10 plant fibers. I have 7 plant fibers here. But you can actually make 5 plant fibers, and it uses wood logs. If you don't have enough, which we only have 8, and that calls for 10, you'll watch it and put that in the queue, but then it'll use the log to make plant fibers. And now you have 18, because for every 1 log you get 10 plant fibers, and then it's using that 18 to make the fuel. Keeps you from having to go into a whole bunch of different things just to make one item. As long as you have all the core components, it'll build it. I'm at 4, 11, and 500, so I'm going to go ahead and eat another bar. And that takes me almost up to full. I hear something going around, it sounds like. Well, with that, I think this is a good time to pause the video and end this episode. This is episode 1 of Empyrion. Thanks for joining me. And if you liked it, or more boring let me know either way. You know, leave a comment, send a like button, send a dislike. Uh, Tell me to stick a blow flat in my nose, whatever. This is Zark. Have a great evening.